talk to you about this flagpole. This is my solar spot. Hey YouTube, this is Mark, Northeast Indiana, in the shop. It's pretty cold. Actual temperature -5 degrees, and came out to the shop. I wanted to check on my glue and stain paint warmer, make sure that's doing all right. I'll probably throw a temperature, shoot that with a temperature gun, see what it actually is. But it's pretty cold. I showed you that flagpole. I figured I might as well tell a story. I ain't got much going on today. It's Sunday. So I've always wanted a flagpole. And, you know, I look at them online and boy, you could spend a ton of money, you know. And it was just something that wasn't something that I just had to have. So I kept my eyes open and never could find one that somebody's giving away or anything like that, Facebook Marketplace. Well, a couple years ago, we were at a garage sale up in town and driving down the road, and I seen this flagpole laying in the end of somebody's yard. Now, the bottom of that flagpole was, it was a 20-foot flagpole. There's about 2 feet that was bent at a 90-degree angle. And those folks were out in their yard, so I stopped and I said, "Are you guys getting rid of that?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what happened to it?" Well, basically the same thing happened to it as what happened to me just yesterday. And except it happened in the spring. We had a real severe storm, and they had just stuck that in the ground, and it had gotten weak from moisture and stuff like that. It's a steel pole, and it got blown over, bent right at 90 degrees. So I said, well, I'll take it, and I threw it up on top of my Nissan Murano, and I brought it home. I cut the end off, cut off what I thought was, you know, as far as I could see, was the bad section, and took a wire brush on an angle grinder and went completely up and down that pole. And it was about 17 feet when I got done cutting and everything. The reason why it got weak as well, that I discovered, was up on the top. There's supposed to be a cap that goes over that, and there's remnants of it there, but it was kind of like a rubber. So I'll show you real quick what I ended up replacing it with. My cowbell on my door going off there. So what I replaced that with is a railroad bolt, and I cut piece off and smoothed top off. I was actually trying to make that bolt at that time. I was trying to make it a nail header for when you forge nails, and it didn't work out like I wanted it to. So I cut that off, stuck it in there, caulked around it. I painted that flagpole and went out, and me and my son put it in the ground a couple years ago. Put, you know, the sackcrete in the ground, mixed it up, set that pole a couple feet in the ground, and I ended up with, I think, like 15.5 foot on that flagpole. And yeah, so that's how I got that flagpole. I'm not sure what I can do with it. I just don't want to dig up that big chunk of concrete out there in the yard. That's going to be a pain. But I'll probably go have to cut that off, obviously, at ground level. Probably dig down a little bit and sawzall that piece off. That had been where that flagpole was. Had been a little flower bed that we had, and actually, right there where that flower bed was years ago. I had a maple tree that was there, a real good sized maple tree, and it come up split 2 sides, and one side I'd take down because it died. And my kids, I live out here on State Highway, my kids would climb up there, sit on that stump. They'd take their cat and just sit there and watch traffic. And for a long time, it was like that until that other section started dying, and I'd take it down and burnt that stump out of the ground. Took forever. And so it had a kind of a little raised area there. So we put a flower bed there for years, and then I decided to put the flagpole there. And now, you know, obviously with the winter storm over these last couple days, it broke off. It's freezing out here in the shop, tell y'all. But anyways, that's kind of how I got that flagpole. You know me, I mean, if you've been a subscriber on this channel for any length of time, I'm always bringing stuff home or trying different ways to make things work. Now, I probably got, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it. I probably got a good 14 feet. That's still good. That bottom evidently rusted. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know if, you know, the brackets where you wrap the rope and stuff like that. I don't know if moisture got in there somehow and got down there and settled, you know, at that base, caused it to weaken. And it's just an old flagpole. I mean, it's an old steel flagpole. So I don't know. I may try something different. I'll probably put it out on the back side of my property, and I'll still fly a flag out there. And maybe I'll figure something else out for out front. But that's the story of the flagpole. So I'm again, it's so cold out here in shop. It really doesn't even make sense to fire up the heater, the propane heater, because that propane tank just starts freezing up, and not going to get really much time out here by the time shop warms up. So that wind's still blowing. Boy, it's cold. It's been rough. Last night I took some what I call ply foil. Used to work for a company that sold that, but it's that it's kind of like foil, and it's got bubbles in it. It's like an insulation. And I took some of that. I had put that out in between the front door and the screen door, whatever, just because the wind was just coming right through the house, it seemed like. So got that put up last night, probably it was about 11 o'clock last night. My wife and I were watching a movie, and after that I decided, well, I probably ought to do something because that wind just wasn't dying down. So I did that, and that cut that wind down from coming through that front door. But you know, if you go out, like our house was built in 1941, so you know, World War II. If you think, man, that's been a while, 80 years, you know. And our house isn't insulated as good as new homes. It's good, but it's, you know, I could probably spend some money and get it insulated better. But we got a small kitchen, and when my wife's cooking in there, man, all the windows just, you know, they're all frosted up. It's just like ice on everything. So the screen door on the side door that we normally use, that comes out to the driveway, that's all iced up. I mean, it's just bitter cold right now. So anyways, just figured I'd do a quick video again, just to kind of share that story. I said something about it yesterday, and I thought, you know, I'm not doing anything today, so I might as well let you know what's going on there. So if you got any ideas of what I could do with that flagpole, you know, if you think I had to, you know, look at it, cut the bad section off, stick it back in the ground, and maybe try to figure out a way to do it back out front, I might do that. Or if you got something else in mind, let me know, and I might give it a shot. Remember, I'm also looking for ideas on that stone grinding wheel. So, you know, that's a couple videos back. If you haven't seen that, give me some ideas if you want me to restore that completely, or just kind of clean it up, use it as is. I got to get it balanced out a little bit better. As far as it's got the wood's a little rotted on some of the legs, so it's got a wobble. And I got to get another wire hooked up to the pedal. But that thing spins real freely. I want to have that up and running this summer. So nobody has guessed, if you go back 3 or 4 videos, it's something about an update on an easy bake. I talk about guessing what I'm making for my son and some of his hobbies. And nobody's guessed that yet. If you guess it, I've got this for you, and I'll send that to you free of charge. It's a Stag coat rack, oak backing, and hang up on your shop or in your house, your man cave or whatever. I'll tell you this, I think I gave a hint last time. It was about his hobbies. He's 18 years old, and it does involve a gaming system, an Xbox. So that's another hint for you. So if you have a guess, you can either drop it in the comments below or go back to that video and drop it in the comments there. Somebody got pretty close and said something about, oh, what was it? It was a holder. Oh, shoot, I can't remember. Somebody mentioned a guitar stand. That's not it. He is musical, but he doesn't play guitar. And then there was another real close guess, and I commented on it. So go back, do a little research, see if you can come up with a guess, and I'll send that to you free of charge. And you know, it's just a way of appreciation for you guys watching my videos. So I'm gonna mess around here in the garage a little bit, check out this warmer for my paint and stain, make sure that's hitting temperature, and then I'm gonna go back in the house and do a little bit of carving. So I got a little hillbilly that I'm carving right now out of a 1x1. No, it's probably about 4 or 5 inches tall. I've been working on that just here on and off lately, and just kind of taking it easy. You know, when the weather's like this, there's really not much to do. So I hope you guys are staying safe where you're at. And you know, if you feel like, you know, hitting the like button, I appreciate it. I got another subscriber there yesterday, I think, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys commenting, and I appreciate the comments about the taking care of the flag. You know, I could go on and on about why I care for our flag, and why I love this country. And there's a lot going on that I don't agree with in this country. But I have lived in third world countries. I've done work overseas in Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Thailand, been down in the Caribbean. I've done some work down in Haiti. I've been in Guatemala a few times, El Salvador, been in Europe. And so I've been all over the world. I've seen other countries, and traveled through some pretty rough places. And I will tell you, I've been in places where I didn't know if I was going to make it out. And Haiti was one of those. They were having riots, and we got caught right in the middle. That might be a story I might share. I got a little bit of video and pictures of that. That's been probably back 8 years ago now. And got caught up in a roadblock. And it was not, I was thinking this is the end of the line. So, but I love this country. I love it. And I'm a patriot, and I support what the Constitution stands for. And I've got a lot of veterans in my family, and, you know, a lot of people sacrifice so that we can fly that flag. And I fly it out of pride. And when I hear the national anthem and I see that flag, it stirs me deep inside. And I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate those that understand and feel the same way I do. I'm unabashedly proud to be an American. And you know, if you have different views, I'm not, you know, this channel is not a political channel, and it's not a, you know, you got to leave this country channel. You know, there's a lot of people that sacrifice a lot for you to have whatever views you hold to, and I respect that. But for me and for my family, we're very patriotic. So I appreciate those comments. Those meant a lot to me, And I tried to express that in my replies to y'all. So y'all take care, be safe. Again, we're just going to take a break from the shop. No more going out to the shop trying something new. Don't even turn the heat on. Stay inside, sit in your easy chair, do something, you know, get a little piece of wood and start whittling on it or something. I don't know what you guys do, but share with me what you do when it's super cold out and you're not doing anything. I'd appreciate that. All right, this is it. I'm rambling on now. So y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers. It's above freezing. They're doing their job, but they are on all the time.